Hello YouTube, So Creamy here, and today I want to do a commentary on my PC gaming experience so far. I've recently converted from being a console gamer to a PC gamer, and I just want to share my views, the advantages and disadvantages of PC gaming, and maybe why you should become one, and I will bring consoles to demonstrate those points. So the number one advantage of PC gaming is better graphics. It's a non-debatable hard fact that PC gaming has better graphics than the next gen consoles. On PC, for example, you can play at full 1080p, 1440p and 4K as long as you're willing to spend the money on it. But you can also play at lower resolutions such as 800 by 600 if your graphics card isn't as powerful. Maybe a surprise to you, but the next gen consoles don't play all games at native 1080p. An example of this would be Watch Dogs. On the PS4 it plays at 900p, on the Xbox One it plays at 792p, whereas on PC you can play all up to 4K. Another advantage of PC gaming is there's more freedom. An example of this would be you can play on multiple monitors, so you could have 3 monitors set up, so you could have peripheral visions on your left and right, and have a fully immersed gaming experience, as well as having different controller setups, such as you can actually use the Xbox One and the Xbox 360 controller for games that support it, which are quite a few. You can also use peripherals such as the steering wheel and the joystick, which ain't just exclusive to PC. However, PC utilizes these peripherals way more than on consoles. My next point is that PC games in general are way cheaper than they are on consoles. This is due to the fact that there's more competition on PC, and therefore the prices have to match. The biggest vendor on PC would be Steam, and you can guarantee at least once a week there's a steal of a deal. And as mentioned, as Steam isn't the only vendor, there's also vendors such as Origin, Uplay, and there's other websites that give out keys which are legit, and therefore the prices have to match. But on consoles, for example, the only vendors is the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store, and therefore there isn't no competition for DRM products, and therefore they can set the price they feel they want to set at, and therefore you're not saving on deals. But as PC has so much vendors, they have to have competing prices, which means on PC gaming you get much more value for the price, in turn which allows you to play more broader selection of games. When I was on consoles, I didn't get to play much games due to the fact that they were expensive, and I only even got the games that everyone else would play, such as Call of Duty, Battlefield, GTA. But now that I'm on PC, I have so much more games that I can play, and such a variety of games as well, which can only be good, right? This might be a silly next point, but with PC you get a bigger hard drive capacity, as usually when you choose PC you know the specifications of the PC. So for example, with my gaming setup, I have a 250 gig SSD and a 1TB hard drive. If I was ever running out of space on that 1TB hard drive, at least I could buy another one, or I could delete games with the old ones. But what I'm trying to say is at least I'll be able to hold more storage. Whereas on consoles, you'll always be restricted to one hard drive, even if the memory is massive, such as a 4TB hard drive. It is always a limited factor. Like if you're getting a 4TB hard drive, I'm sure you'll be fine anyway. Another advantage of PC gaming is free to play online. All you need is an internet connection, and this is made ever more apparent thanks to Sony's crappy moves to decide to pay for online play. All you need is an internet connection and on your way, so you don't need to spend £30 for a game and then £40 on top just to play the game online, which is great, isn't it? Another plus is the PC community has way more mature members, and therefore you get less noobs on PC. I'm not saying there is no noobs on PC, I'm just saying you got much less, which can only be a good thing, right? When you want a solid game and you don't want to hear people screaming all over the mic, it can only be good. This leads me to my next point, is that you can chat via keyboard. Hurrah! So you don't have to invest in a headset to chat online, so at least you could be a good team member and you don't have to have a mic, so you could tell a team member, I just got shot from behind, hey, watch out behind you, and you can be a good team member that way as well. And you don't have to invest more money in a mic, because not everyone likes to talk online. People just want to have a solid game. Whereas on consoles you can only chat and you cannot type, and if you can type, it's usually just to send a message, which is pretty useless when compared to the typing functionality on PC. And the last plus I have for PC gaming, which isn't even related to PC gaming, but you can do more than just game, which is pretty important. You can work on it, you can game on it, you can music on it, you can browse on it, everything you can do on a console but better. How can you not take that as a deal? Come on people. The next point can be seen as a plus or a minus depending on the type of person you are, but it's the do-it-yourself factor. If a game crashes and it's unable to load and it isn't an alpha or beta, more than likely you're going to have to find your own solution to make it work. An example of this I can mention is Shift 2 Unleashed. When I booted up the game and got into a race, it would immediately crash the desktop. I tried the simple stuff such as deleting it and reinstalling it, but it never worked. So after searching the forums, I found out I needed to update my Physics X driver, and after I did that, it was working. The point I'm trying to make is the answer isn't going to be as clear as glass, and sometimes you're going to have to do your own digging to find out the answer. But if you don't mind doing this, then head on over. And now I'm going to talk about the slightly down points of PC gaming. In some cases, the game isn't optimized. It happens. The no love factor to PC gaming. An example of this I can mention is Watch Dogs again. On PC, I tried to run the game on Ultra. My card can handle it on Ultra, but the game was stuttering because it wasn't optimized. Hopefully they'll release a driver and update and it'll be fine. Another downer would be the initial startup cost of PC gaming. It is going to be higher than consoles naturally because you are paying for a better system. But I don't want to give the idea that you have to spend thousands of pounds to game on PC. No, you do not. You can get good gaming PCs that can play 1080p games of today for at least £400, which is the same price as an Xbox One. So it shows that you don't need to spend the money. But usually most PC gamers are just enthusiasts and just choose to spend the money. But that's the difference between choosing and as a necessity. You do not need to pay that much money to game on PC, which is something I like to get clear, as people always get the opinion, oh, you need to spend £2 on PC to game. No, you do not, okay? This would only be a disadvantage for some, but not everyone can game using a keyboard and mice. It is something to get used to. It did take me a little while. When I first got on, I was getting murked. I must have lost so many games just not knowing the controls. But eventually you will learn the controls, well for most people anyway, and then you'll be fine. It'll just be something natural to you. But obviously, because I'm still new, I do make the odd mistake trying to find the correct key and all, but that mistake has happened less frequent now and I'm getting used to the keyboard's control setup. Another disadvantage of PC gaming is that it's less socially friendly compared to consoles, which is pretty true in context. For example, if you was around your mate's house, you could say, do you want to play FIFA? And then you could all hug around the TV and play the game. With PC gaming, you can't exactly hang around the monitor. But however, people could argue this be differently with Steam's home streaming, which allows you to play in front of a TV and therefore increases the sociability factor. But in my opinion, I still think consoles are more socially friendly. So I would just have a console just for the party entertainment thing, more or less. It's good for things like that. I'm sure some PC gamers would argue, but you could do LAN parties as well. But that is a bit of a pain, isn't it, carrying your PC around? But that argument there is still valid, so I thought I'd put it in there as well. After hearing all this, if you've liked what I've had to say from the advantages and the disadvantages point of view, and you think PC gaming is for you, then make the switch. And as I've got time left, I'll say enjoy the video, like, comment and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you. So Creamy out.
Патроны, братцы!